Oh. Hello. It's the most beautiful winter day today, and I'm not very good with accents. I hear I hear you guys like I love my job. I hear you guys from all over the world. I mean, I can't even tell you the accents I've heard. And yeah, some of you are like, I hope you can understand me. I hope, and I'm like, trust me. Like, I think I would understand just about anything. And there's also an intuitive element too. So I'm like, yep, I feel ya. I feel ya. I know what you're saying. Ultimately, I know what you're saying. Anyway, I'm about to get slap happy. All right, so I thought I would do, okay. I had an idea to do something, and then when I sat down to do it, Spirit was like, no, 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 do this. And I was like, oh, really? Okay. All right, so. All right, as I'm holding the witch deck. Oh, there's a little puppy going by. Oh, it is so beautiful, you guys. Like, everything is white everywhere I look. There's like there's nothing that's not covered in white. Why is he going by again? He's already been by. Like, he needs to go bye-bye. It's like, go away. Go away. I'm hiding behind my computer screen. Okay, so here's what I was requested to tap into. Oh, you know what I forgot? I forgot that the fairies wanted to use the chime today. I think I'm gonna have to go get it. You know how they are. All right, I'm gonna go upstairs and go get my little fairy chime. Hang on a minute. I can't count them out. Hang on. I'm back. Okay, so these fairies are so sweet. You gotta give them what they want. They're so cute. Okay, so then they wanted to started to go get the chime, and they were like, show them the plant, show them the plant. So I've had this plant for like a really long time, and it's never had any kind of blossoms or anything. It was just really pretty. I thought it was like the coolest looking plant, right? And then I think, you know, I'm like, I think it's stunted. Like, I think it can't, I just had this feeling. Imagine me having a feeling. I had this feeling that it was like trying to break out. It was trying to do something. It was trying to go into uncharted territories, and it wasn't able to because it was in this little container. So when I went and got my new Christmas cactus, I went ahead and got like a bigger pot for this one. And I don't know what it is. If you guys know, that'd be awesome, because I just love it. Probably poisonous to animals. I don't know. If it is, I'm going to have to get it adopted out when I go to have an animal again. But anyway, it's become quite happy in its new home now that it's been transplanted. And it has the little blossoms coming. I'm so excited. I keep talking to it every day. I'm like, oh my God, look, you're so beautiful. Look at you. You've got all these little shoots coming through. Look at that. Oh, I can't wait to see what these look like. Like, when this thing really starts like displaying its peacock feathers, it's going to be some beautiful stuff. So there you go, fairies. Must appease the fairies. All right. Here's the little chime that they wanted me to ding. Hang on. So you guys just relax. No more playing around. Okay. All right. Yay. So we have, it's still going. We've got, who wants to be part of this today? Not that one? Okay. Okay, so we're going to just get a message from your masculine, directly from your masculine. But you got to figure out which deck this communication is going to come through. All right. The Tarot Mucha, deck number 1. Tarot Mucha. Second one, the witch, the everyday witch. Somebody the other day said something about witches, like something about like, why if you are magical are you considered a witch or something? I'm like, I don't know. People have their ideas. Okay, Connolly. I mean, a lot of magical people are witches, but it doesn't make like all magical people witches. Not that a witch is a bad thing. I love witches. I've known some witches who are just extraordinary people. They're just amazing people. I mean, back when I was like a Christian, oh man, I was scared of witches and I was like thinking they were bad and they put curses on you and stuff. And then I worked with one and she was like one of the kindest, sweetest, loving persons. She is a really special person. And she just was like so sweet and so kind and so loving and so conscientious and everything. And she answered a lot of my questions about witchcraft. And I was kind of blown away by how cool it is and how natural it is and how it's all like, it's very respectful of nature. So you do have good and bad witches, just like you have good and bad of everything out there. So this is the Rider-Waite Tarot, and it's deck number 4. I'm sorry, but the bottom of the deck is making me laugh. That's the Sun card. That's the happiest card in the whole deck. So, not to blow the ending. All right. So, 1, Tarot Mucha. 2, the Everyday Witch. 3, Connolly. 4, the Rider-Waite. Radiant Rider-Waite. Okay. I got to put my channeling abilities together here. I'm telling you guys. All right. Deck number 1. What's this masculine got to say to you? He feels, oh, I knew I was messing around for a reason. It was about to get serious. No, he feels quite serious. He feels again with that sober feel. He feels like oh my gosh, ouch. Oh, when I feel your guys' love for each other, it's so intense and it feels so incredible at first and then it hits you like a rock right after. It's like, oh my gosh, I call it the aftertaste is awful. Because it's just like, you're like, oh, and then, oh, because you guys aren't together. It's just painful. It's horrible. But that's what I feel. And gosh, these guys. Okay, so all right. So what he wants to say to you without even like looking at the cards yet, he wants to say that he feels really bad. He feels really, really bad. And I wish he would quit it because seriously, it's like he's being way too hard on himself. The best way to make things up to somebody is to then take action, take positive action. That's how you make it up. You don't slink back and hide in the shadows and just feel bad. A big old avalanche of snow just came down. See, it shed the snow. It wasn't going to keep the weight of the snow weighing on it. It's like, so this masculine feels, the reason I say serious is because it just feels like he's really determined. He wants to tell you that he's like, enough monkeying around. I'm really sorry that I messed with you, that I messed with your head, that I've messed with your heart. He's like, I just hope I haven't permanently damaged what we have. I just hope that I haven't scarred you with my idiocy. I mean, this guy actually feels quite like a man. He feels like a man. He doesn't feel like a little insecure boy or, he really feels solid. And as much as he gives himself a hard time and kind of gives himself a guilt trip about everything between you guys, it just feels like he's come to a point of resolve and it's like determination. It's like, it just feels really solid. Let's look at his cards. All right. So he's been really stressed out and he's lost sleep over this. It ain't right. I feel like it ain't right. I got to make this right. And if I don't, I'm going to lose her. He said to some chump. Some chump's going to take advantage. He's going to jump on my girl. And I can't let that happen. I have to break past these fears. I've got to break. I feel like he's even had some dreams that have given him some. I just got highlights. I don't know what highlights means, except that it makes me think that he's gotten some like flashbacks or something, maybe past lives. He's done a lot of reflecting maybe on the highlights of his life and the way that he's been in past relationships and the way that he's like sabotaged himself. And he knows that he damaged you because of his own damage, and he doesn't want that to happen anymore. The other card accompanying it is the Four of Wands. So the Four of Wands is about building stability. It's about ending something as well. So he's wanting to end this. He's wanting to end the pain, the fear, the anguish, the sleepless nights, and he's wanting to go to the next level with you. And he's wanting to commit to you and to like make things up to you. He's like, no matter what it takes, I'm going to make things right. This feels like a group of masculines who are kind of in the same type of feel, obviously. But some of these guys are quitting alcohol or not drinking so much or cutting back like tremendously, or they're quitting drugs, or like some of them have had addictions that they know have pretty much ruined your life, or would have ruined your life if he would have gotten involved with you sooner than now. So he wants to say that he deeply honors and treasures this relationship with you, and that he loves you more than he can ever like even comprehend. He can't. It's like he's got tears in his eyes when he's talking about how much he loves you and how much he cares about you. It feels like he wants to be a good dad. I just get a feel of that as well. That's not going to be for all the masculines in this category, but for some of them, I think that may have been the thing that turned him around and made him feel like, okay, I got to get serious. I got to quit messing around. I have to quit in whichever way that is, like, he wasn't taking life seriously enough. It feels like he had to have some kind of a wake-up call. And when I saw wake-up call, or when I said wake-up call, I saw somebody hitting somebody. Like maybe they got with a karmic that was abusive, that would hit them, or maybe it's symbolic of him beating himself up, or maybe he actually got violent with somebody. It's going to be different for everybody, but I saw hitting, and it's like beating a dead horse. It's like whoever this was that was on the ground is like he was getting, somebody was getting beat by the other person, and the one that was on the ground was just so numb. They didn't even care. Just like, whatever. But they also had that realization, I think, that, wow, I don't think I could get any more bottomed out than bottom. This is bottom. Like which the good thing is that there's no way but up from there, when you get that low and when you realize that that's like, this is my life, so he wants to he's very apologetic. He's like, I am so sorry. I am so sorry that I've treated you like, he said, okay, hang on a minute. Because he's saying that it was because it was almost like he was taking one for the team. He was taking it for you. He was trying to protect you from something. So he didn't want to be with you. He wanted to be with you very much so, but he was like, I think I'm going to go take a beating. Oh my gosh. And I feel like some of you feminines, out of protection for him, were taking a beating energetically for him. You guys were both protecting each other, taking a beating. He was taking a physical beating. She was taking an energetic beating. Whoa. And because of you guys loved each other. Whoa. I just felt some of you guys, I'm getting chills. What? So, wow. If you just got chills, this is you. This is you, feminine. If you're a feminine watching this, then that means you should probably, oh boy. I feel like this is ending though. I feel like, yeah, because this is a 9. 9 means it's almost over, almost completely, totally done. And this is, remember how I said he feels really guilty and really bad? Look at, that's totally what he's been, the energy he's been in. What have I done? What have I done? I can't believe I did that to her. And so it's almost like he wants to make it up to you by marrying you. Because this is also a card about marriage. And it's about 1111, twin flames. So, yeah, you guys were both not together. To sum up deck 1, I would say that you guys weren't together because you guys were protecting each other in some way, shape, or form. But now you guys are both ready to protect yourselves. Now you're both ready to stand up against anything for each other. Now you're willing to fight other forces, energetic or otherwise, or people's opinions or whatever that is. It's like you guys are ready to take a stand. He said, I would fight for you. I would do anything for you. And he's ready to, I just saw him like all bundled up in the snow, like going through this big coat and all this equipment and stuff. And he's just like, he looks like I don't know, somebody who looks quite serious about what he's doing and like really determined. Like, I don't know how you explain it. You guys can picture it. You can probably see something different. Anyway, so yeah, he's going to make it up to you. He's coming and he's very sorry and he's very serious about you. So he's come. Oh, he said signs and synchronicities have been happening for him as well as he's been sending them to you possibly too. So if you were doubting, if you were wondering whether the signs were for you or not, they were. Whatever that means. That's not going to be for everybody. If some of you guys, it's actual signs that where he posted something to his stories on Instagram or like something on Facebook, or he's posted a song, or it could be that a song came to you randomly, like any kind of song that you feel like, was that him? Did he send that? Then the answer is yes. Weird. I just saw somebody take a suicide pill. I wonder if maybe that was a wake-up call. Maybe that was a wake-up call he had in his life. Maybe somebody committed suicide or something. And he's feeling the weight of that. And it's making him take things with you very seriously now. Like it's like he straightened out. It's like that was his wake-up call. Again, not for everyone, but for some of the masculines in this group, or maybe even one, it's like somebody committing suicide made him. And it could even be somebody who did it before, like reflecting back on that person. Maybe what something that person said to them really stuck in their head before they died or something. I don't know, but dang, that's some like, it's good though. It's really good. I mean, it just feels like this guy is like going to come right in and he's going to turn everything around. Your black and white world is about to turn into like some bright, vivid rainbow colors. It sparkles all over the place. Okay. Like he is about to turn any kind of drudgery in your life totally. He's going to turn it all around for you guys. For himself first, he just said, good for him. For himself first. And then he's going to turn around and offer you to partake. He says, partake in his happiness, partake in his sunshine. Remember that last reading? He wants his sunshine all over you. I just had that pop in my head again. Maybe this is the same. I mean, gosh, maybe all the deck ones are the same guy and all the, do an experiment and be writing down which deck resonates for you each week. And maybe it's your masculine, you know? Okay. Oh, wow. So I don't even know why oh my gosh, I don't even know why I started shuffling that deck. This is what is happening right now. Okay. This is totally verifying what I just said. All this regret and disappointment, he's ending. This is the end of a chapter, an end of a cycle, and the end of, it's like stopping doing something and like turning the page and turning a new chapter where you're much more vulnerable, authentic, and in yourself. So, yay, he's turning that regret into a brand new life with you, and then he's looking for you. It's like, all right, where'd she go? Where'd she go? I'm going to go get her. And he's maturing. He's becoming more compassionate. He's getting in touch with his feelings. He's getting more in his feminine side. He's, the Queen of Cups is also really intuitive. So maybe he's just really feeling you intuitively or really enhancing his intuitive abilities. Maybe he's channeling, because we talked about channeling when I first started this. So he could be channeling art. He could be channeling words for a book. He could be channeling all kinds of things. Oh, my hand is tingling as I'm saying that. So it's true. Like, he's receiving. This is the receiving hand. He's receiving channeling. And that's going to be inspirational to his Queen of Cups, who is kind and compassionate and loving toward him. So I feel like he's channeling messages for her, and or channeling messages that are going to be inspiring this type of feel in people. Like helping people, like, because of what people read from what he's channeling, or what they view from him, or from what they hear from the music he's creating that he's channeling, they're going to be inspired to be more emotionally mature and to be more motherly. Like, it's like a nurturing feel, kind and nurturing, like self-loving feel. Wow, how beautiful is that? Oh my gosh, are you kidding me? 10 of Coins, this is your dreams come true. And then 9 of Cups is about your wish fulfillment. No longer just sitting around waiting for this to happen, you guys. Your family's coming together. Your dreams are coming true with that person. What a beautiful message. Wow. Well, okay. Deck number 2. The Witch's Brew. Everyday Witch. All right, so what's this masculine want to tell you? What does this masculine want to tell you? I just saw a motorcycle. I just saw like a dirt bikes, and I think it's some of these guys I'm tapping into for this deck. They're either into like Harleys or like super, super nice fancy motorcycles, or they're totally into dirt bikes, one or the other, but they like going on road trips on motorcycles too. Both of these guys. Okay. The cards I got with this are that he wants to tell you, wow, 2 6s, that's lovers. He wants to make love to you. They all do. I mean, you can pretty much say that's across the board. That's all the decks, but he's got 6 of Swords and 6 of Wands. So 6 of Swords is about going away from drama and negativity, going away from doubts and insecurities. Anything that's been holding him back, pretty much he's making some decisions. He's clearly thinking about the things that he truly wants, and what he wants is peace. What he wants is a feeling of victory with the 6 of Wands. He wants to feel victorious over getting over something, or getting through something, or like passing some kind of a test. He's like, in the past I would have fallen for that. And in the past I would have gone that direction. In the past I would have been like, I don't know what the temptation could be, but it's like something he would have been tempted to do before. Maybe even in this time of, the quarantine and everything. He could be like, maybe before he used to get in a lack mentality and believe that the world was against him, and would have just spun out in a depressed state or something. But it's like this time around, he's choosing a healthier approach, and he's just like, it feels like he's really proud of himself. It feels like he's been maturing, and he's just like, I did it. I got out of a repeated pattern that I've been in for like a long time. I just felt defeated the karmic too. He felt like he went head to head with the devil. Ooh, he went head to head with the devil and he won. But he still needs to make sure he gets to a safe distance, and he's still looking back to make sure that the karmic isn't going to be pulling any nonsense or pulling any drama. He also, with that moon being kind of like obvious to me right now. Oh, I think there are other people who are kind of like helping lead him out of there, and they're unaware of the danger. He's the only one who knows what she's capable of. The other people are kind of oblivious, but at least they're helping him out of that situation. But that moon is lighting the way. And I think the moon is you, feminines, because it represents the feminines, but it also is like the lighthouse, like the way that's leading him to you, you know? There's something else about him. Some of the stuff he's going away from, because the moon also represents like subconscious fears. So I feel like that's one of the things he's had to overcome too, is I feel like a caged cat, like a caged animal. I feel like sometimes his own mentality and the way that he looks at things, he puts himself in a cage. And I think he's overcoming that. I think he has overcome that. He's had success with it, with that Six of Wands. He's like, I deserve some accolades for what I just went through. I deserve a rose for this. I deserve to be picked. But it's also, well, he's praising himself. He doesn't even care what anybody else thinks of the victory that he's had. He's just really proud of himself. So he wants you to know that. I mean, he wants you to know that he's done a lot of growing up, that he used to fall in I just saw a bear trap, like he used to fall for certain traps because there'd be bait that he used to be easily led to. I just saw somebody, like some of these guys would be like in a bar and would be tempted by, you know, women who would be trying to seduce them or whatever, for whatever reason, whatever ill-intended reason there would be. He used to fall for that and then feel really stupid, you know? So he's done though. This guy's also like gotten rid of some bad old habits. What else do you want to say to your feminine? He's just kind of looking down at his feet. He's just kind of like kicking. Like, I don't know what to say. I kind of feel stupid. He said some really stupid things, and he's kind of acted like a player maybe. He's embarrassed. He says, I hope you know that when I acted like that, it wasn't that you were like a lesser person. It was that I was. It was that I was so insecure and so afraid that you would leave me that I just went ahead and sabotaged it. Because it's like, who were you to pick me? Who was I to be picked by you? And you wouldn't believe that, because you even told him like you're not good enough for him. But in his eyes, he wasn't good enough for you. You guys were both feeling the same way about each other. But he sabotaged himself out of insecurity. Pretty much. And he's done it before. It's not the first time he's acted that way. Shut you out. He feels like he really shut you out. He even like, he may have friend zoned you, or he may have denied the connection or acted like that it wasn't what it was. And you knew that it was more, but he was denying it. I just felt like looking at the bottom of the deck. 10 of Swords. Wow, he betrayed you. He's aware of that now, and he's never going to hurt you like that again. It's like he's not going to leave you like that ever again. So whatever he did to you, it was hurtful. It's like he feels too stupid or undeserving to even apologize. He's like, what can I say? I'm an idiot. Like, what can I say? He's just so embarrassed. I see him like actually turning red. He also, it feels like this guy, he put other things as a priority above you. If you guys had a relationship before, he went off fishing with the guys, hunting with the guys, and all that stuff is great, but it's like any excuse to get away from you. Felt like he had other priorities. And he did that to protect his heart. Because he was ultimately devastated you were gonna he is basically, you know, it was basically self-fulfilled prophecy. He kind of pushed you into leaving or made you leave. Whatever it was, though, he knows it's his fault and that he really screwed it up really bad. And he's like, if you'll forgive me, I am going to be a changed man, and I'm going to be the most grateful man you could ever know. I'm just trying to feel into like if he's really going to change, like if he's really going to be different now. Yeah, but make sure that he doesn't get out of it with like being funny, because he might try to, you know, downplay it or something, or use humor to kind of get out of the uncomfortable feelings. If he can come to you and actually like really speak from the heart and be apologetic, then you'll know that he's made a permanent change. Like if he comes to you premature, it's going to feel more like, ha 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 ha, you know, I didn't mean that. You know, like he's going to be like more jokey, which is okay, but that's going to be a signal to you that he's not quite there yet. When this guy comes to you and he's serious, it's like he's going to be like, you're going to be able to tell that he feels bad, because you're going to feel almost bad for him. Like you're going to want to just be, it's okay, you know, you're just going to want to soothe him because he feels so uncomfortable for him. All right. Jeez, he's a long today. All right, I got to take care of something in the kitchen for just a sec. Okay. I made some soup, and you know how there's like, you eat all the chunky stuff, whatever the chunky stuff is, and then there's the broth left. I took the broth and heated it up again, and then put lentils in there. Oh my Lord, it's so good. So good. So, might be an idea. Oh yeah, and then the Spirit just said rice too. If you guys are into that, that'd be really good. Oh, putting rice in there with it instead of the lentils too. Whatever. Yeah, time to get creative in every way possible, right? All right, so what does this masculine have to say? This one's hiding. He's like, oh no, don't look at me, don't look at me. Don't make me say something. All right. Oh my God, he's got a dog. He's like hugging a dog, and he's like hiding behind the dog. Oh. Interesting. Oh, that's so funny. You got the hiding card. 7 of Swords. And then Gateway to Meditation. See, look at that. He's like, he's not even, the door's not even open. He's just like back there hiding. Probably playing video games. It kind of looks like the door's lit up, like he's in there playing video games or something. Oh, that's funny. So what does he want to say to you? I'm going to look at the bottom of the deck. A Knight of Pentacles. These are like all the feminine's worst cards. Like, he's hiding. He's lying. He's in some shut door. He shut me out. And he's slower than molasses. Lord have mercy. Some of the feminines are like, why did I pick deck 3? He goes, it's not what you think. It's not what you think. He says, I just want to explain myself here, because he says, he's like trying to explain men. And I'm like, no, it's not men. It's masculines. So it's not a gender thing. And he's like, okay, fine. All right, fine. Can we just say men though? So he's trying to say, well, I don't know. Let's make it about you, dude. Let's not make it about men. You're avoiding right there. All right, he's cool with that. All right, so he's trying to explain in this. Now, keep in mind, this could be a group of masculines talking to me through one voice. I know Spirit is so weird that way, but So he's saying, I got my reasons. And he's saying, like, I have been like you, feminine is feminine. You have inspired me so much that I knew I kind of had to step it up. Now, stepping it up involved me kind of ducking in my shell, in my like turtle shell, because I had to really reflect on who I really want to be. I kind of realized I was being a phony. I was doing a bunch of people pleasing, and I was allowing myself to be frightened by or kind of bullied by even ideas and belief systems and things that he knew once he met you, like you represented his freedom. You made him feel like, you know what, maybe for the first time in my life, I can actually be who I want to be, maybe be who I wanted to be as a teenager or a child. Like when about the time when he learned, no, you cannot go be that thing. You need to be this thing and make everybody happy. You need to do this thing because it's going to make more money. You need to do this and be a real man. Whatever that was he wanted to be before, he feels like he can be that with you and that you would have his back and you would support him. And it's true. So he's like, see, I told you I had a good reason for hiding. He's funny. So he's saying that, I mean, there have been many times that he's wanted to reach out to you. Countless times. I mean, he's just like, if I had 10 million fingers, I would be like, yeah. That's how many times. For one, I just got the word shy. It's like he's shy about really showing you his tender underbelly. Like, you know, submissive dogs flop on their back and expose their belly. It's scary for him to do that. He trusts you, but he's also like, there's something about, I just saw a hook. Like there's something about, he knows that like once you guys communicate, he's like hooked. He just knows that that's going to happen. He's not sure he's ready to get hooked yet. And I'm not talking about commitment. Some of you guys went there, but it's more like she's going to have me wrapped around her finger, and not in a people pleasing way either. It's like that energy of the people pleasing that he was doing, like running from bullies and stuff, or trying to appease everybody who wanted him to be a certain way or do a certain thing. It's like that energy that he was putting toward that is now going toward honoring himself, but also just like being like so madly in love with you. He's like a little puppy following you around everywhere. Like just can't help it. He's like magnetized by you. It's so hard for him not to get sucked in right now. That's why the door's partially shut. Is because if that door was open, he'd just be like straight at you, you know? And so he's like, oh, let's just shut the door on some of this energy here. I'm nice and safe here. And almost like he's even gone into denial a little bit sometimes. Like, no. She's not going to be happy with someone like me. You know, there's no way. I'm just going to stay hidden. It's best for her, you know, martyr. But the more he can't stop thinking about you, and the more his heart freaks out and beats really hard at the thought of like you might maybe go into somebody else and him finding out about that. Oh my gosh. That's what tortures him. That's what makes him feel like he has to take action. Something else about the Seven of Swords he wanted to explain. Something was a lie. Something was false. You either heard something or believed something about him that was not true. And he let you because it allowed him to hide longer. He's like, I'm going to explain it. That's a lot of effort. I'm just going to let her believe it. So she'll just stay away for a little while longer so I can think this through a little better. So it's like, he's such an avoider. But he's so funny. He's also saying that he does really want there to be something new created between you guys. He wants you guys to like bury the hatchet is what he's saying. And he really wants to be done with all this waiting and hiding. He's tired of it. He's really sick of it. He's sick of himself. He's sick of mulling it over a million times. He's sick of like coming up with a plan A and then scribbling it all out. Plan B, scribbling it all out. Plan C. No, that's not going to be perfect enough. No, that's not going to be, you know. He's done being a perfectionist. And what do you have to say to her? What do you want to tell her right now? He's turning red. He's like blushing. Oh my gosh, I just felt all this passion. Like it's like, it's almost like I don't want to use my words. I just want to have sex with her. I want to show her through giving it to her. Talk about sex coming through. Okay. All right. Well, that's one way. That's one way. So I think when he comes out of hiding, he's going to be very passionate. And so don't be insulted by that. Don't feel like, oh, he's just being a player or something. If this so far has resonated for you and this feels like your guy, don't assume he's some kind of a player, because he's not. He's all heart. It's just almost like he feels like if he doesn't just express it that way, he'll cry or do something embarrassing or flub it up or say the wrong thing. And he's got so much passion for you. He just wants you to feel it through that intimacy. He wants you to just really feel it. I'm getting some images. I'm not even going to go there, you guys. But there's definitely like some massive passion right there. And he's just like, he's holding back a stallion, kind of reining it in. But like when he lets go, boom, it's like, you're going to know it. It's going to be like a volcano erupting or something else erupting. Jeez. Oh my gosh. All right. 2 cards just stumbled out as I started to do the, 3 of them. 3 of them came out with the Rider-Waite. And then on the bottom is the Star. The Star is about healing something, and it's about believing you have a bright future, and it's about being real and authentic. Again, hope, healing, Christmas Eve's coming the next day. It's like total authenticity and vulnerability. Like, go ahead and say you believe in Santa Claus, you know? It's like feeling so like, it feels almost like that sun card. Just happy, giddy, free to be me type of feeling. I just heard that song. Isn't there a song that's like, I'm free to be me or something like that? Like some kind of 70s song. Oh my gosh. So the 3 that I have here are the 4 of Cups, the 9 of Pentacles, and the 10 of Pentacles. Dang. This masculine, I think, has been ignoring you because he wants more money. And I don't mean that like in a materialistic kind of way, but it's more that he's been insecure that he doesn't have enough money. It's like that feel of like, what do you give the woman who's got it all kind of thing. He feels like you're really independent and successful and flourishing, and you know, he's been a secret admirer. Perhaps he's been watching you for a while, and he knows that you are his dream come true. You're his long-term retirement plan. He plans to be with you for the rest of his life. This is also the wifey card. So you have the wifey card and the independent woman who's flourishing here, and someone who's super successful. So, you know, that's the kind of woman you want to marry. The one who can stand on her own 2 feet and flourish and be, you know, yeah. So he's trying to match that, you know, so he's been ignoring you because he wanted to get up to your level. You know, he saw you as like up on this pedestal, and he's just like, unless I have a bunch of money, I'm not worth her. I'm not worthy of her, which is really silly. I know, but you know, some of these guys just get these ideas stuck in their heads, totally programmed by our society, totally ass backwards, totally wrong. But I mean, because it's love that really gets you through anything. And this actually reminds me of an Instagram post that said something about some men feel like they have to put their career first before you, and then they'll go for love. But that is a really asinine way to take a look at love, because, and I felt some of you kind of cringe, some of you masculines are like, oh, what are you talking about? But it's true. It's like when love comes, you got to jump on it in that moment. You don't just sit on that. You're not going to just like let that go by and another one comes through. You're thinking of women like way too generalized that way. When you find a true love relationship, that person is your queen. That person helps you bring in more money. That person helps you be more creative. That person inspires you, becomes your muse, and she's the one who can like help you crank it in. Like she is on your side. She's your best advocate, your biggest cheerleader. So, but this guy doesn't realize that. He's thinking somehow to be worthy of you, he's got to have a bunch of money. And he's been kind of stubborn about that. I just feel like when I'm asking him, because I have these conversations that go on telepathically while I'm talking sometimes too. So I was like, well, what are you trying to say to her? And he was just like this, like, I made the right decision. I made the right decision. Like, I feel like I can't come to her empty handed. She wouldn't want me. Yes, she would. Yes, she would. I don't care if you lost everything. She is dying to talk to you or to see you or to start a life with you. Trust me. You know, do not discount yourself because of how little or how much money you have. You're feminine. The ones who care about the money, that's your karmic. And that's the kind of person you don't want anyway. You want somebody who wants you for who you are, who loves you unconditionally. I mean, unconditionally, you're always going to have a problem with somebody. It's not like you're going to be like, oh my gosh, I love you, and no matter what you do, you will always be perfect to me. Like, that's unrealistic. And it's not going to happen unless somebody's enlightened. It's just not, because we have egos. We're going to get triggered. But they love you for your personality, not for your money, not for your looks, not for the attention, not for their career, not for any of that stuff. I mean, ultimately, you strip all that stuff away and they're still going to want you. If you were homeless on the streets, she would still want you. She'd be like, come live with me, you know, come do this. Or like, she would lend him money. She'd be like, here, let me buy you a car. You know, of course, this kind of guy, like, he's so stubborn, he wouldn't take it. But that's the kind of love it is. So let me bargain with this guy for a minute. Hang on a sec. I'll just have a little conversation with this guy. Ai mo konsa elekichinsa inombo a elekitino po umoko. I said, do you want to be right or do you want to be in love? So, and I'm explaining to him right now too, you can't even be in a relationship with somebody if you can't put your ego down, if you can't put your pride down. You have to be willing to be vulnerable and to just really put your heart out there. It's hard, but you've got to be willing to do that. And he says he knows because, like, when he met you, he dropped his defenses completely. He that's what kind of scared him. Is he was like, I've never just totally dropped my defenses with somebody like that. I've never just like allowed myself to just be totally genuine before. This guy is like so stubborn. I just was just like, what if you lose her and she goes with some other guy? Well, then I'll marry her 10 years down the road from now. It's like, dang, really? Like, how do you know she's even going to live 2 years? How do you know she's going to live 5 days? Like, what are you thinking? And he watches you all the time. I just feel like that's his way of being close to you, is just watching you. The good thing about me doing this light language right now is the group of guys that I'm channeling right now, I'm convincing all of them to drop their defenses and to drop their egos and to do the right thing here. They do admit in their quietest of times when they are totally alone, like New Year's Eve, Christmas Eve, and you're not there. Moments when you're just like, dang, like the silence is deafening. Those are the moments that he knows that he should have put you first. All right, so what are you going to do about it? What do you want to tell her right now? You have her captive right now listening to you. What are you going to tell her? You're just going to tell her that you're just going to expect her to wait, or just go ahead and find another guy? Is that really what you're going to tell her right now? He says, okay, all right. He says, look, it's almost like if he's going to do this, if he's going to allow you into his life when he's got his career going on and he's got all these other things going on, he almost wants to start fresh. It's almost like he wants to go to a whole other country, or he wants to go someplace absolutely, totally new to both of you. Neutral ground. I don't know that's not going to be all of them, but this, I don't know, particular few, I guess. I don't know. Why do you want a fresh new start? Like, why do you want it to be so dramatically different? Sick of things. Like if I'm going to make that dramatic of a change, I mean, that's how big of a deal it is for them to have you in their life. Is that they're like, he's like, if I'm going to make that dramatic of a change to allow you into my life, then I may as well just screw everything. I may as well just start all over again and start with a clean slate and go from there, which might, you might need to do that. You might need to reinvent yourself, if that's the case. If you really feel like it's that dramatic to allow a woman into your life to love you like that, then, and he, you know what, he actually has dreamt of it. It's tough for him to admit it right now, but his defenses are dropping a little bit. He's saying that, like, he has played in the woods as a kid and dreamt of having a woman by his side, like going through the woods with him, like going on some kind of an adventure together and stuff like that, like a little best friend. The thought of actually working with you appeals to him too. So if you guys could figure out a way to work together, he'd be all about it. He would love that. He would really love that. He is so softening up right now. Oh, thank God. Oh my gosh. That was difficult for a moment. Oh my gosh. So I feel like, okay, I just need to take a breath a minute, because it's like, that was quite a battle for a moment. Ooh, these boys can be so stubborn sometimes. Oh my God, he's even like fantasized he's thought about your wedding, he's thought about the reception, he's just been stuck in a daydreamy world. He says he's sorry, finally. What are you sorry for? What are you sorry for? I'm sorry for being so damn selfish, is what he said. I'm sorry for being really selfish. He goes, I know that I'd never find somebody else like you. And honest to God, in my heart of hearts, if I saw you marry somebody else, I'd be devastated. I would not be okay with it. I'd probably pretend for a little while. I would probably go into denial and act like, that hadn't have happened and all of that. Like, no. But he says, then I would have had some drunk night when I would have ended up on your doorstep, pounding down, the door, like, don't be with him, be with me. And he says, I honestly don't want that to ever come about, that moment. I want to avoid that if I can. So I feel like I need to help him for a moment about the way he's looking at money for a second. Hang on. So I said, you can have everything you want. You can have all of it. Okay, so one of them was just like, but I travel a lot, or I'm going to be gone a lot, or I'm not going to, I've had really needy karmics, call nonstop, or just like they're demanding attention. Well, that's when you come up with a compromise and you invite her along. That's where you work on a project together, or you compromise. It's just about compromise. I mean, a lot of feminines that I know, as long as they know what to expect, they're cool. Like you tell them you can only talk every night at 7:00, as long as you follow through on that, she'll feel safe and secure. She's not going to be all, incessantly texting or calling you. You just have to express what's okay with you. You have to express some boundaries and say, this is what I need. And then she says, this is what I need. Then you guys figure it out, come to some kind of conclusion that makes both of you feel okay, makes both of you feel comfortable going forward. That's it. But you can have everything. You can have all of it. You can have all of it. And you're not going to feel lonely. And you're going to have somebody in your corner and somebody to fall back on and somebody to, to cry to or to share your feelings with that you can't with anyone else. You know what I mean? You're going to be stronger. You're going to be better at your job having a woman in your corner. The right woman. The true love that you've been ignoring. All right. Okay, guys, that was a lot. That was really long. But hopefully, some of this resonated for you, or maybe bits and pieces of all these different decks were resonating for you, but you needed to hear all those different little things to kind of give you an idea of where your masculine's at and kind of the thought process he's been going through and some of the, maybe some of the walls that needed to come tumbling down a bit as well. I'm going to bless all of your unions right now. And I also feel like a lot of you need protection right now because there are a lot of like dark forces that are trying to keep true love from coming together because it's going to make such an impact. So the little devil on the masculine shoulders, some of the feminines as well, make them feel like they're not good enough or make them feel like really insecure or scared or stubborn, the ego will say all kinds of things, just sit there and be like, oh no, all the stuff that these masculines have been talking about, all of these decks. So I'm going to do a blessing right now for both the masculines and the feminines to feel relaxed about it, just to make it easy and just drop defenses and drop the little devil and just reach out. To get through any blockage there is. If it's a divine timing thing and you know that you absolutely have to wait, then, send out a signal to that person or something, or even send an email, hey, I'm thinking about you, or text them, or try to do something to just show that you care. And I know that that's easier said than done, but yeah. Yeah, some of you are totally targeted by the dark side because they know what's about to happen and they can feel it. And some karmics know that the masculines are going towards their feminines and they're trying to reel them back in. They're trying to be that hook. They're trying to hook them back in. So, I just saw all of you guys like getting so much better of a sleep now. Once you make that call or once you reach out to that person, you're going to feel so much better. Even if you get nowhere, it's going to be like the biggest load off in the world, right? I just felt like some of you, if you don't reach out soon, are going to feel like by the time you guys get back together, you're going to feel like, man, so much wasted time. I don't know why I didn't reach out to you sooner. So just be aware that there's that future you that's like shaking your head at the way you're being right now. And that is trying to encourage you, just do it. You're going to be so glad you did, He said, do the healing, quit avoiding. Some of the masculines are avoiding, and I feel like some of them just really need to do like guided meditations or whatever they got to do, or go to a Reiki person or long distance Reiki person like me or whatever to heal your heart, or to just, it's like do something to heal so you can go forward. Don't just avoid. Okay. I just saw the word music. I don't know what that means. Might mean something for you. I don't know. It's not a particular song or anything. So I'm just getting music. So maybe for some of the masculines, music will help you get in the mood to reaching out to your feminine or something. They just said courage. They said the word courage. Courage is having fear and acknowledging that fear, but acting anyway. All right. You guys have a beautiful day. Thank you for watching and listening, and we'll talk to you next time. Bye.
Hey, if you like my videos, please share, subscribe, and set your bell notifications on so you'll know the moment they come out. Also, don't forget that you can go to my website and order a personal reading at amysatori.com/services. Thank you so much. Have a beautiful day.